Hey everybody, Big Dave here, and you know, every once in a while, and even today is another case, I get asked about learning tunes or how I work on tunes. So I thought that I would go back to 20 years ago or more, and when I was on the Pat O'Donnell project, and I thought I'd revisit two of those tunes, you know, that we did back then. And the first one is the one that was always my favorite. It's called Wisdom. And you know, when you learn a tune, especially if you're going to use it for an album or whatever, you really have to internalize the whole tune. You have to know what you want to do with it. What sounds to you, how you're even going to start the tune. You know, so the beginning of the tune goes right? So those are the first couple notes to Wisdom. But after playing it many times and getting it into my head, I came up with a way that I wanted to start it, which started really on the fifth, going up to the root, and I used to play it like this. So I started that, and I started another tune similar to that. But the way I used to start the beginning, then it goes into another theme, which is just two little notes. One goes up, one goes down. So it's a question and an answer. So that's how that whole section goes, you know. You're talking about tunes here that I have really not touched or played in 20 years. Since '96, I think, was the last I played these tunes. You know, once in a while I just goof around with them, you know. But the thing is, when you internalize a tune, you know, I could play that tune today just like I did 20 years ago because it's already inside me, you know, and it has a whole concept. In the middle, there's these kind of cool intervals. And then it goes back to the other theme. So that's Wisdom. What's interesting about Wisdom is on the first release that we did back then, it was a private release. You know, actually, I think I played on all those tunes, you know. And then when Pat went with another label, and he started, and I'm talking about Pat O'Donnell because he wrote all those tunes, the great percussionist, you know. He does a lot of different things. I don't really know what he's doing now because we don't have a lot of contact. You know, he's off doing his own things. But when they did the release on the label, then actually Bob Minster played that particular tune and another tune on there, and I played another 4 tunes or whatever it was. So we kind of, you know, he broke it up, and it's interesting. It was interesting to hear Bob play that tune because I had played it so many times, and he took it in another place, you know, and then he did some really phenomenal things with the solo part too. But anyway, the other tune was For My Friends, and that's what the name of that album was at the time. So For My Friends came like a signature song for the group when we were doing that. And it goes like this. So there it is. I had a little bloop there. I forgot the melody, but anyway, and that's another thing. That tune started off. The main melody. I had to decide, how I was going to play that section of the melody and what I was going to do with it, and then it went up to. But after I played it a number of times and started to internalize it and decided, how it felt more to me, and with the dynamics and the movement of the melody line, and putting expression into it. And then later on, it changes keys, it modulates. So by the end, it's up in concert G. You can do a lot of things with that in the A. It's kind of cool, and I think in the solo part too, because you can get in some blues. So there's lines you can grab onto there and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to go back and kind of catch myself off guard, because, like I said, I have really not touched those tunes in in a while. And so I don't never like to go past 10 minutes. So I think I'll try to play some Wisdom and just put it together. We'll see what happens. Guess I'm not going to play that today. Well, we'll try again. There we go. All right. Have a good day.